That dial is so like it's so classy.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
That's a good one.
Classy. It's like it goes with like it's a dress watch, bro.
Yeah, I really like it, man. Shout out to Seiki.
I think I'm gonna go buy that dead watch right now. Actually,
Hit him with it, dog.
Yeah, man, yeah.
yeah, right. I just can't decide whether the two tone or the gold with the black dial. The gold with the black dial is hard, but the gold is too yellow, bro. Like it's a little too yellow. It's hella yellow. Like you can tell, like it's gold plated. You know? Look that.
All right, let's get it going.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's get it going.
What is on the floor, ne? Sure. Okay, cool.
Right.
Where am I? Oh, I'm over there. Bemba Chicken Shamin, Khetwa aka Big Warren, and a whole bunch of other AKAs. The Sobering Podcast, Season 9, Episode 11. Ne?
I think so, brother.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, it's all good.
Yeah, it could be whatever, man.
It could be whatever. It could be whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, it's Big Fred, aka Young Moloto. I'm sobering niggas.
Good evening, good people.
The Dimloto Kiwanamdi. Kiki so fit. Kalibi so fit.
To a wonderful guest.
We have a phenomenal guest, you know what I mean? Arose amongst these swaggy thorns, you know?
Swaggy thorns.
Yeah, I mean, genre bending, fluid, a super amazing vocalist. Like, yo, man, like there's so many things, you know, collaborate with your favorite rappers.
Yep.
You know, pen super sharp, Gillette way, razor sharp. You know, give it up for this queen, Nanette.
Which one is my camera? You about big and Jingy hi. Hi. Thank you for that intro. We forgot producer because, you know.
Oh,
I'm a producer
man.
too. Come on.
on.
I'm heavily involved in the production of my music. But yes, thank you for that intro. Lovely.
Man. Fire, man. Oh, I don't know where we start with you, man, because I mean it's like your first time here. I mean, I guess we'd start at the beginning, you know, start with you, Derbs, KZN, what that was like, and you getting into music.
Yeah. Yes. So for those who don't know me, my name is Nanette. I am 20-something years old. I've decided I'm not telling people my age anymore.
20-something is
Yes,
good.
but 20-something, Sipaya. And I'm originally from Durban, and it might sound funny, but I am a Xhosa woman. Yes, I'm a Xhosa from Durban. So my mom is Zulu and my dad is Xhosa. I grew up in Durban, proud Durbanite. And I think, you know, there's so much I could say about my home. So lovely, so warm. The people are funny. The people are welcoming. The vibe in Durban is just so like energetic and so calm at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. So yeah, growing up in an environment like that, it's so easy to fall in love with life. And then when I went to high school in Gqeberha, which is formerly Port Elizabeth. So GQ, you know, I love GQ. I rep GQ as my second home. Shout out to everybody in GQ at Gqeberha. So yes, that's me originally. I started music in 2020 now, but I was making covers and all that stuff, and I was trending on Twitter here and there with the nonsense I'd say, you know, essentially jokes way too from about, I'd say 2018. Yeah. So I've been quietly building towards where I am today since 2018, I'd say.
Oh, fire. Okay, so you get to 2020, like you start your music journey. And I think you mentioned like Rich Mahog was also like a pivotal.
Yes, shout out Rich Mahog. That's my pops. Yes.
Yeah. So how does he become your music pops then?
So get to Joburg and so long ago, I actually have to remember. I think Rich either reached out to me on socials or I was connected to him by someone. But I remember he reached out to me and he was like, kid, you're very talented. I'd like to, you know, introduce you to some people. Let's get you a manager. Let's get you a team type thing. And that's when he introduced me to Pindi Matroshi, who currently manages Nadia Nakal and Gamavuso. Love you guys so much. Gesana, please watch this so you can see me say I love you all. But yes, Pindi was my first manager. And we then took, the Nanette story and the Nanette music to Universal, dropped Bad Weather. That was my first debut album. And then, my career just like started evolving so much from there. Eventually, I started my own label and I decided to, venture into what it would look like being an actual businesswoman behind the music. And it's been amazing since. I'm so grateful for people like Rich and Pindi who were really among the first people who saw me as a child and were like, this kid is going somewhere. Yeah.
So starting a label like that, I mean, like a lot of people like start labels and stuff. Did you know of how a label runs? Did you have knowledge, or were you just like
the background?
Yeah, I was gonna register this, call it a label.
Lutho. I literally was learning as I went along. I think I did take a lot of knowledge from my first experience, like being under a major label. And, I learned hard on masters, publishing, the difference between both, just educating myself about contracts, about the business side of things, what you want a contract to say, what you want a contract not to say. And then from there, I realized that I won't lie, I love being in charge. I love being in charge of my own stories. So as young as I am, I wanted to still feel like I can just wake up and decide whatever. Like, I don't want to wait on a schedule. I don't want to wait on a label plan. I don't want to wait, like,
who's releasing when.
Yes, who Drake is releasing next month, so please wait until. No. No. So, my joint venture with Exodus, which is the current label I'm at now, who also do my management, has been really like fulfilling for me because I'm able to actually be hands-on in my career. I'm able to also play the role of like label exec, actually, because it's my label and their label and we're a partnership. So it's really great to have partners who understand your vision and are continuing the growth. Yeah.
That's crazy. So in that regard, who's the A&R in the system? Like, do you A&R your own projects or?
I'd say the A&R is Kevin. My manager is Kevin Boashe. He's the A&R. He does most of the A&Ring. But because I'm heavily involved, it would be me too. Like, I'm always going to them and saying, oh, there's this person that, I wouldn't mind working with. But I think he plays a heavy role in getting me the people I want to work with. Yeah. Like, I'm going to brag because I can't brag. I don't know if you guys know Dre from Dre and Vidal. Do you know Dre and Vidal?
Yeah. I know Dr. Dre, I know Cool and Dre.
Why did I ask? Hip Hop Podcast. Hip Hop Podcast.
Hey, that was a tough one.
Okay, it's okay.
Where are they from? Where are they from?
He's from the States. Dre and Vidal are from the States. So they are a legendary pair of producers. Dre is the producer, Vidal is a writer, but Dre's actually just a monster in the studio. They did Say Yes by Flowetry, Butterflies by Michael Jackson.
Oh, them homies. Oh.
Yeah. You know Dre and Vidal. Come on,
Not
how
really,
you don't know Dre?
I'm just running the.
I thought that he was
Giving them the props. Giving them the props.
You
Come
actually
on.
made me believe. But I feel like even if you don't know them, you'll definitely know the catalog.
No, as long as you talk about like the work that you brought up. They're official. It's
I'm
official.
not even
Like
touching
a
the
classic,
surface.
you know?
Justin Bieber, Jill Scott. Recently, he just did this really good song for Kehlani called Folded.
Oh,
Let
Folded
your
is
body-
fire.
That's Dre, honey.
Damn.
So anyway, I remember like when Kev was like, yo, so Dre's coming down and I got him to work with you. I was like,
That's crazy. That's crazy. Justin Bieber, Michael Jackson.
it's
Nanette.
just
Flowetry,
Nanette.
Nanette.
I'm there in the mix. So yes, the song I have on the album is called Make It Dance. Look out for that. That's produced by Dre.
Dre and Vidal.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
And written by you though.
Yes, written by me.
Yeah.
Yes. Written by me and Callie Clay. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kelly Clay as well.
Nice.
Callie Clay is such an
Sound like
amazing
good people,
songwriter. Yeah.
So how was that experience? Like, were you not starstruck? How receptive was he to your feedback? I mean, like, he sounds like a legend, I would say.
Definitely
Like somebody who's
a
been in
legend.
the game for a long time. So, and you, this young artist coming up, saying, no, let's sing it like this.
Yeah.
How was that?
I didn't even feel the need to be like stressed or scared or feel like I can't say what I want to say. Dre really let me like just create, type thing. He's one of those artists who I think he's an OG that's so amazing to look up to because he doesn't let like the fact that he's older than a younger artist get in the way of you truly collaborating. It's like, yo,
there's no ego involved.
yeah. Obviously I'm gonna learn something from you as the OG. You're the OG, you've been around, so actually I want to learn something from you, you know. And I remember during that studio experience, he was just dropping so many gems and so much advice about the industry and how to handle yourself as an artist in such a high pressure industry. But he was also willing to listen to me if I was like wanting to talk about something or just talk about something that's not music related. So I felt so like comfortable to be working with my OG, and it doesn't feel like, oh, lo muntu uyazi ukuthi ungcono kunami. No, it's like, yo, this person actually believes in my talents and actually believes in the ideas I have. They're helping with the ideas. They're telling me, yo, do it like this. And that's part of the whole, you know, part of the whole gig. I loved it, really. Nice. It was a nice experience, I won't lie.
That's super fire, super fire. And then like in terms of like when you're working with such producers and you make like when I listen to Waiting Room, like it's like a blend of so many genres, you know? So like, do you direct them in terms of what sort of sound you're looking for, or how is that vibe?
I think my music is as confusing as I am. If I'm being honest, I had to like really interrogate why I just love breaking the rules so much. And I was like, it's just who I am. Like, I want to be able to do everything I could possibly do, you know? So for me, with music and creating and genres and everything, I really take it on a day-by-day basis or like a feel basis. Like for me, it's always about the feel and what I'm trying to make the people feel. There's certain areas where I'll be like, okay, like for the next 2 months, I just want to make really sad R&B. For the next 2 months, I just want to rap. Like I want to rap. Or for the next yes, I do rap, guys. But I need to use it for a while, yo. It's gotta stay in the vault for a bit. Man. But yeah, so it really depends on the day, it depends on the vibe. But more than anything, I'm always trying to find new ways to like break my own boundaries. Like I'm always trying to find new ways to make myself comfortable, which is tricky because it's like sometimes I'll not realize that I'm getting in the way of my own progress. Like I'll be presented with something that sounds uncomfortable or out of my comfort zone, and I'll be like, hell no, I'm not doing this. But then later I'll have to sit down and be like, wait, but the whole motto that I had for myself is I want to break as many boundaries as I can within music. Even if I do deem myself as an R&B artist, I want to be the artist that they say, well, even if she touches reggae, she can't mess it up. If she touches hip hop, she can't mess it up. If she touches dancehall, she can't mess it up. Because at the end of the day, I sort of also want to be one of those artists who break the genre box. Like I love my little genre box, my R&B box, but I also just think artists are so much more free when they don't have to think about genre when creating. Make what you want to make. If you're good at making mbaqanga, enzalo mbaqanga wethu, and then the next day if you want to make R&B, enzalo ndufuni yenza. I think on the Nasty documentary, I said something where I was like, at the end of the day, the only thing we should be worried about is the music and the quality of the music.
Nice.
I don't need to worry about what genre it is, what it sounds like. Yes, I will. But the truth is, if I want to be true to myself and my creations, I should not be worrying about the logistics. That's what the team is for. They worry about it for me. I need to worry about the music. I need to worry about my verse. I need to worry about how I look. But even then, I don't need to worry about how I look because that's what the team is for. Like, that's what my stylist is for. Me, umsebenzi wami, uyonge in the studio and make the best music of my life and then give it to them and say, how can we do this? That's it.
That's dope. That's quite a nice privilege. I don't even know if privilege is the right way, but it's good that you have that.
Yeah.
Being able just to say, okay, cool, I'm going to the studio. This is me. Whether label is saying what, hey, go deal with it.
True.
Come back and tell me. Maybe not like that.
Not exactly like that, but yes.
You know, but it sounds so dope. What while you were speaking now about just like the multiple genres in your music and everything, how big is cohesiveness of a project to you? Because when you mention like a lot of like genres, tempos, and everything, or are you just saying, okay, cool, let's go? Or what efforts do you take to ensure cohesiveness?
Cohesiveness.
It's okay, it's not our language. It's not our mother tongue. It's okay,
You said
guys.
it the right time.
You said it the right way.
Nah, man, you're doing good, man.
I do this shit, man.
Yeah.
Cohesion in your projects,
I won't lie, because I do so many genres, that's one of the toughest things always for me during a project, is making sure that the project is cohesive. Because for me, I'm an album baby. I love projects. You know, I'm not a single baby. You know, I grew up listening to CDs and I grew up listening to cassettes, like full
CDs. How old are you?
ngithengi na 20 something.
20-something.
Ukuthi ikephi in between.
CDs.
I have a
She
CD.
said cassettes.
Yeah, but I was like,
Yes.
Like cassette level.
I mean, if they're still left in the house.
No, go on with the answer. Sorry.
No problem. So yes, I'm an album baby. I've always loved listening to full body projects and the full story. I'm also a writer. I come from a very heavy writing background. So I was always like I wouldn't say 100% shy, because when people always talk about me or how they perceive me, they always are like, oh my gosh, you're so confident. But in my mind, I'm just like, you don't even know that I'm faking it. But okay, I guess I'm a good actor type thing. But I've always been
So
more
you're
of
also
a...
an actor.
Yes, I also have a theater background. Yeah, I'm such a thespian baby. So yes, I would. Train of thought. Guys,
Cohesion.
Cohesion.
Yes.
You're an album baby.
Cohesion. Yes, how I keep the projects cohesive. Tempo plays a big factor, like BPM and tempo. The key plays a big factor. I always ask my producer, like, what key is the song, and then what's a relative key that we can put in the next track so it flows, type thing. It takes a lot of listening to the music. Like even with this past album, every day I was listening to new track list variations. Like if I move the song and I put it in this position, the sequencing, because sequencing is so important. It will make or break your project, you know. I think I'm confident in how I got it right this time. I think I've sequenced my projects pretty well up until this point. But I also think it's because I believe in the story and I always want to tell a story, whether it's the concept, you know. I can't go from in track 6 speaking about roses and then in track 7 I'm speaking about something completely different, you know. There needs to be some sort of correlation to all the songs and some sort of story that I'm trying to tell, which with the album that's coming now, Painfully Happy, I think I did it pretty well. Yeah.
That's really dope, man. And I think I hear that a lot in terms of the tempo.
Yeah.
When you're listening to like Waiting Room, there is that, and there's so many genres. There's piano, there's dancehall, there's R&B, like, but then you still have the same sort of vibe
going throughout.
Through it.
Thank you.
So I think that was a
common thread.
Yeah, I think the tempo I think might be the when you said tempo now, I'm like, okay, cool, because there wasn't a point where I felt it was a jarring cut. Like
true,
like it's like, oh, what world are we in now? We just first jump or something, you know what I mean? So it didn't feel like that. But now you mentioned like your music is as confusing as you are.
Yes.
Right? In terms of like the genres and whatnot. So I'm guessing from a culture perspective, you know, that becomes also like a thing.
Yeah.
Because I read a tweet of yours where you were like, they were coming at you on TikTok, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And then you said, hey, identity politics in this country is a bit lit. You know, like I wanted you to just like break that down in terms of how do they come at you for, you know, I guess what even? If you're singing in Xhosa, is that a bad thing? Or why, you know?
I think as much as we're in such a diverse country, we're probably the most diverse country in the world, I think we're also very, very rich in culture, rich in different cultures. And, you know, sometimes that can prove to be difficult to navigate amongst one people because, you know, everybody's going to want the richness of their culture fully experienced and fully, like, you know, portrayed. In terms of my own racial background, I have explained it quite a couple times in the public eye, but I do feel like I'm going to have to explain it a bit more. My friends always joke that I'm racially ambiguous. But yeah, I'm Xhosa. My father is Xhosa. My mom is Zulu. So his mother was colored. That is the colored lineage in my family. It's my grandmother. But his father was Xhosa. And in African culture, we believe you are what your father is. So my father was raised Xhosa. He speaks fluent Xhosa. And alas, I was raised Xhosa and Zulu, actually, because I was raised by my mom's side of the family. So the first languages I learned to speak was Zulu, English, and Xhosa. And so I've navigated my whole life knowing that I'm a Black Zulu Xhosa woman, you know? So because I've been in a family that doesn't really pay attention to race or things like that a lot, like we're a very blended family, I didn't understand the nuances of being racially ambiguous up until I was much older and up until I actually got into the industry, you know? I didn't understand why people would automatically assume I'm colored. And at first it would hurt me, not because I don't want to be colored. I love my colored genes, but it was like a thing of, I'm raised as black. Like my whole life, I know Uti, I'm black. My ID says African, Gikulumis Zulu, you know? So whenever I'd step into spaces and it would feel like, oh, am I like being ostracized here because maybe they think I act a certain way because I think I'm special because I'm mixed, or, you know, type thing. So
colored cosplaying as black, or
Yeah.
cosplaying as colored.
So it would always, my whole life, it would feel like I was being treated like that. On one scale, someone would feel like I'm cosplaying uba mnyama. On the other scale, someone would feel like I'm cosplaying being a biracial. But it's just like,
My biracial girl,
anything.
she's biracial.
like, I'm not cosplaying anything. And I also think it's tricky when you do come from a background like mine where it is multicultural. I have a lot of different cultures in my family. My great grandmother was literally a white German woman, you know? But
Damn.
yeah, so I've
Guten
never...
Tag.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Angazi wethu. Angazi why khulumi Afrikaans angazi.
Dankeschön.
Dankeschön. Yes. You know, so as much as I was raised in like a really blended multicultural family, I was also very proud of my blackness, because at the end of the day, my parents would always say, you're the rainbow nation. Like, you're literally the rainbow nation, but you're black.
Mandela's dream.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Embodied.
Yeah, South Africa.
Yeah.
We love you.
Freedom is coming tomorrow.
Oh, did it come because, is it a recent thing, this thing?
I think I saw it's like a week or two. Yeah. And what's
Yeah,
funny,
it is recent.
Yeah, it's quite
Yeah.
it's quite
So
a
they
recent
wanted you to
thing.
pick a side in this
Yeah, pick a
colored and black
Yes.
thing.
So they
Well,
were saying, no, they didn't want me
It
to
hadn't
pick a
happened yet.
Yeah.
It was the usual thing of people like making assumptions about what race I am. Yeah. So someone assumed ukuthi ngili Khaladi, which, if you believe ngili Khaladi, sure. Like I said, I'm a mixed South African who is African. On my ID, wavuli ID, I'm African. Sonke si African. Singabantu abamnyama sonke. Ukusalayo. Anyway, so they were saying, Eli Khaladi licula ngeXhosa. When we said you're colored, we said that meant you can't sing in Xhosa. So then I schooled him. I was like,
They said
TikTok is wild.
Yeah, TikTok is kind
is
of the
wild.
Wild West.
The comment section of TikTok is wild.
Crazy.
It's
and
wild.
I'll just go on a tangent here.
Go ahead.
I was in a live last night about some other thing from back at home where these people in there, there's so much entitlement and people feeling like they make people and they can dethrone people or whatever. And I know somebody used to say that on Twitter a while ago, that as soon as your Twitter passes 30,000, it's not yours anymore. It belongs to
it's
the people.
people's.
So you need to adhere to certain narratives of the mass. You
Yeah.
can't think differently.
Yeah, you have to
or
be-
whatever.
you have to
Does
mob
anything
justice.
happen in society, you have to be vocal about it. You believe in it or not, you have to. So for me, that just fucking sucks. And also, it's also because people a lot of time in South Africa, and I'll say this, it's such a weird thing that we have, that we need to find somebody who needs to have something in common for us to support completely. So if I say, okay, who are you? Oh, you're from Limpopo. I'm like, oh, good. Now I feel like I need to support them. But if you feel like you're from somewhere, like, my support may come later for you. Like, there's other people, immediate people left, and it just fucking sucks. So I feel like people couldn't place you. They like you, but they couldn't place you in terms of themselves.
Yeah.
What you're saying is very right. Do you know how many comments I got on that video saying, yo, I didn't know you were closer. Just for that, I'm going to listen to all your music. I said,
You give me a reason.
guys.
Give me a reason to support.
okay, Ngiyabonga, thanks. But this whole time you meant to tell me you weren't supporting me because you didn't know my cultural
But
background.
in the defense, Nanette doesn't sound closer. Nanette.
It doesn't, no. So the funny thing about that was, one, the Eastern Cape is so diverse because, like I said, I also come from the Eastern Cape. And you would be surprised at the large amount of colored people in the Eastern Cape and the Western Cape who actually speak Xhosa. It's not like a crazy thing. Xhosa, you know? One. Two, I had to school them because my great-grandfather literally wrote and translated the Xhosa dictionary. So I was like, one thing you're...
Hit him.
Like, he was heavily involved in translating and writing the Xhosa dictionary. There's a school in Gqeberha named after him, JJR Jolobe High School. And I think there's a church and a street as well. So he was also a minister.
Oh, he got the keys to the city.
For real. That's kind of niggas.
Are you ripping the ex-hosers, eh? Ripping.
So yes, and I think it was so important for me to find out that part of my family history, because that also was the big step in me fully accepting myself. Because I was like, you know what, I'm not going to let people tell me what I am. And that's it. If my father can tell me you are Xhosa mntanam, you know, we are Xhosa family who's been practicing for years type thing, for centuries actually. No one's going to tell you what your identity is if you already know who you are type thing. So it's still something that I'm going to enjoy navigating, and I'm going to enjoy clapping back at people when they try and tell me I can't speak Xhosa. Eso Xhosa usifundayo, sweetie pie.
You're good at them giddy.
Yeah, at them giddies.
Good in GQ.
Yeah, we're great.
So, I mean, just, I might be wrong, but judging just off your grandfather, it sounds like you come from quite an academic, like, family to an extent.
Pretty academic, yeah.
Where does the music come in? Where do you get it from?
Music and the thespianism.
I think it's on my mom's side. None of my mom's side ever went into art per se, but they all had like tricklings of like talent, you know. My gran was apparently an excellent tennis player. And my mom was a thespian as well. She did theater for a while before she pivoted careers and had me. My late aunt was a really good painter and drawer, so she wanted to do architecture, but she ended up doing journalism. And my great grandmother on my mom's side was apparently a very good ballroom dancer, championship vibes. But she found the Lord and she said, "Away with the devil," and stopped dancing.
Sinners.
So yeah, it's literally sinners.
Yeah.
So I don't think that music was now that I look back on my family history and I really investigate where I come from, I'm like, okay, it makes sense why I had an inkling to be, an artist. Because even if I think about Koko Wam, he was a writer, an avid writer and a very good writer. And I always wondered why I just want to express myself so much as a kid. I always wondered why I was so good at writing and why I always wanted to pick up a pen and write. Until I found out it's inside. Yeah.
That's dope. Also, shout out to your family. Sounds like it's well documented.
Shout out to my family.
The fact that you know what great grandmothers were.
Real. It's
well
all
documented.
through word of mouth, but I definitely want to document it for my children as well. I want my children to know where they come from and who the important people in our lineage are.
Yeah. I think that documentation is
All
super
families should
important. Yeah, all families should do that, and especially with you, like in the special space that you find yourself in, like it really is, like an educating moment or teachable moment every time you tell people, like in terms of what your lineage is and what your culture is and what your practices are. And I think there's a lot of people that are in your shoes as well and have to navigate certain spaces, and maybe they don't have the platform to teach people the way that you do. So, the clapbacks are very educational.
They're educational, yes.
And they're fun too. It's not like it's like a funny sassiness, It's not like, oh, fuck y'all.
Yeah, and this is like I'm not gonna be rude, but I'll tell you where to get off nicely. Yeah. Maybe I'll even make you laugh while I'm doing it.
Respectfully.
Yeah, like in a funny way.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed reading that, man. Like, I was like, oh man. Hello, Sana.
That's crazy. I love people who have the guts and words for Twitter.
For clapbacks.
Yeah, it could go.
It could go either way, bro.
Yeah, man,
abanye ndabashiya abanye ayisi into bana ndakuphendula wena
It's gonna go
some of them I
that's good. That's a good reader to have. Like slippery
before
slope.
You clap back, you need to make sure your clap back is clap back proof. Like if you clap back, they must be quiet.
Yeah. There must be no
You can't have
comeback.
a clap back and then abene come back. No, it's not tennis. Clap back uthule. So yeah, if I don't have a clap back, that's
I
good.
said what I said.
I'll probably leave you alone. I'll let you
But
have
TikTok
it.
is a wild place, yo. TikTok is a
Wild west.
TikTok is
Right,
a beautiful, wild place.
Wild West, love.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
I mean, the way I'll just a small pivot. I'll come back to you.
No problem.
Yeah. But just like the way we're glorifying it, like, it has democratized content creation. Everybody can blow up out there. It's the same as like with opinions and thoughts.
Yep.
It's democratized everything.
Everything,
Yep.
dog. I'm just like,
So,
why are you saying
who are you to
this?
say
Who are you
this?
to say this?
you know,
You speak and there's no. People just say things and they want. I don't know if they'll stand in court or not, but they'll just say things.
can I be honest though?
Yeah.
It goes with this as well. Podcasting
Of
as
course.
well.
If I was president, this would be banned.
Yeah.
You too.
Except you guys.
I think
I'd ban
if I was
everybody except
president,
the sober.
I think there'd have to be like a course where you have to like
A course and a license.
Apply for a podcast license. You feel me?
Give us your list of topics, what you're going to talk about.
and give us like why.
Wait, but isn't that censorship?
Somewhat, but
No, not censorship. Per
You know,
se.
it's control. It's called
safeguarding.
control. It's
Real.
called
Yeah.
Quality
control.
control.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
control. Yeah.
You
Nothing
can
like a
come in
little
and
QZ.
you can object anything. You can go there. If you're a political podcast, as the president, you need to obtain this license. You can go and criticize me on it.
Yeah, go
But
ahead.
within a certain metric, now I'm going to teach you about fact finding.
Yeah.
And not just
Yeah.
go in there and spewing your feelings, because feelings can be quantified.
Yeah.
I feel like
Hallelujah.
he's what. Okay, Sharp, why do you feel like that?
Yeah.
Let's break it up. Let's break it down.
And opinions is like there's way too much.
It's too much.
Everyone's got one. Like, so
Yeah.
does everyone deserve a mic?
I don't
And
know.
that's where we at.
Kunzima, man. If you can
Freedom of
afford
speech.
it.
Like there's a podcast kit for $8.39.
8:39.
Yeah. You're good.
Once they started telling the podcast,
crazy.
I was like, okay,
You're
we're
good.
in trouble.
Yeah.
We're in trouble. Yeah.
But to be honest, though, I think it's very hard to maintain a good quality podcast that doesn't use rage bait. Like, shout out to you guys for
Thank you.
The Sobering does not have to use rage bait. They don't have to talk about weird things. They don't have to pit people's races and cultures against each other. Know which one I'm talking about. In order to get a few clicks for views. Like, there's nothing that hurts my soul more than people who claim to be a music and culture podcast or a pop culture podcast, but all you talk about is people's business and what's going wrong in the industry. Like, when are you going to talk about what's going right in the industry? When are you going to uplift artists? When are you going to, tell us what's going around? Why must I go to TikTok to find what's going around in Joburg? You as the podcast should be having an event section where this is what all the artists are up to. Go watch them at this. I just feel like we're a community, but we're not connecting enough. There's so many missing holes because people have their own intentions. But if we all just became a community that had the main objective of growing South African music, and most importantly, my heart goes out to South African urban music, like R&B and hip hop, such a beautiful scene, such a talented scene that deserves so much more unity. Stop going on podcasts and talking nonsense for clicks. You know what? If you really feel like life is hitting you and you had to pick up a podcast mic, I would suggest you go there by UJ and apply, my friend. Apply for a degree. At least, you see, if you can come tell me you have a journalism degree, or you can come tell me you have angazi degree ama podcast yini, angazi kufundelwa, but degree mic, uma ungangitshela ukuthi wena uyifundile lento yenzayo.
I don't think it's a degree, and thank you for that. That was beautiful. I don't think it's a degree.
That's well
I
put.
think it's genuine interest.
For real passion.
But genuine interest for things like for you. I'm avoiding a word now, but netting out
Yeah.
in terms of something like, and also a purpose. And I'll just say for us in that regard, like the sole mission to this day remains just to document what you just spoke of.
To this day.
Those two
South
genres.
African urban music culture.
Yeah.
That's what we do, like, because we came in to fill in that gap, and we'll keep on doing that. That's what we do.
And thank you guys.
Yeah,
You
and-
have never deviated. The consistency is amazing. Like, shout out to the Sobering Podcast for real.
Thank you, man.
But we're
Please
here
add
talking
that.
to the
Do after that.
Yeah, sound man. Add a boop, 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 boop.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we should have had a woman a bit earlier, because look at the flowers, man. They smell even better.
The guys don't tell
Oh,
us this.
I'll give my flowers I'll give flowers where they're due. You guys are doing great. Thank you.
Yeah, back to Nanette.
Back to the
Back to
Back to
Nanette, back to her music, man.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of your collaborations, right? And your I know I got hip to you with a lot of hip hop.
Yeah.
The hip hop features.
Yes, we have a song together, guys.
Yeah, we
we
actually
do.
do. Yeah, fire.
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah.
The Sobering X Tyson Sabatelli X Nanette.
Yeah. My
It's
blow.
there.
Yeah.
So how did you find yourself in that hip hop space? Because I also know that you come from the same town as Blackie, ne?
Hell yeah, I'm from Sydenham. Yeah, the Nums.
The Nums.
Shout out the Nums.
Hectic.
Shout out to the Nums.
The Nums, yes.
What is it, Sydenham?
Sydenham, yeah. Sydenham. Sydenham.
I never heard about it.
We out there, you know. You know who else is from Sydenham that people don't know? Zulu Boy. Remember Zulu Boy?
Shout out
Zulu Boy.
Shout out Zulu Boy. Yeah, Zulu Boy is also from Sydenham.
He had a moment, yo.
Yeah.
Very talented performer
He's
and
still
actor.
active. You might just bump into him here. Now.
Yeah.
Also a thespian and
Also a
Yes.
thespian, yeah.
So you see,
Talent-
Sydenham's got the
talented
talent.
place, eh?
Yes, Sydenham's got the talent. I'm from Sydenham. Yes. How did I step into the hip hop scene? Always been a hip hop fan because obviously where I come from, it's that type of community where everyone's listening to old school hip hop and R&B. You know, someone's cleaning their car with their boots open and their sound system is blasting Biggie type thing on a regular Tuesday. For them, it's a regular Tuesday. So that was the type of environment I grew around, and I loved R&B in my own free time. But like whenever I chilled with people, I would always be so intrigued by like, what's this rap? And then I'd go through my mom's CDs, and her favorite rapper was actually Tupac. So yeah,
Of course, yeah.
shout out Pac. Of course, like
Greatest rapper ever.
so yes, I can also agree with that. Yeah, so I fell in love with the hip hop scene from there. And then if I think about the first hip hop collab that I did, what was it?
Was with Blackie
It was with Blackie.
at the town hall.
At the Sydenham Town Hall. Man.
Aye. Nami ngiyavuma.
Now it's a legging game. I'm like, oh man.
It's like they didn't say,
I should have got it here.
when he did this, we're going left.
What's that? The click.
But actually, I think it might have been with Blackie. Yeah, I've dropped a lot of music. I think "Talk to Me" was the first like proper duet I did with a hip hop rapper. And then after that, I got the call when Nasty was doing "I Love It Here." I got the call to say that they wanted me to fly down to Cape Town and be on the album.
Nice.
And that was still one of my like biggest moments because I'm
highlight.
such a Nasty C fan. Like guys, I'm a Durbanite, you know, so I have always been in awe of how amazing the guy is and like just how consistent he is with music. So when I got to work with him, I was like, ish, my goats. Yeah. It was so much nicer to work with him and realize he's so tapped into the production, so tapped into like the songwriting, and he's such a great collaborator. From there was the MT collaboration, another really great collaboration.
Going crazy.
Oh,
too.
guys, actually, the first hip hop duet was with Tyson. It wasn't with Blackie. I think Two Up might have come out before Talk to Me. Yes. So my first hip hop duet was Two Up. Yeah. And that's when people started saying, "Oh, you need to do more songs with rappers," and then just a slew of duets started coming out. After the Nasty track, it was the MT track that went super crazy, and it's just been a ball ever since. I feel like Faith Evans, you know, like Faith Evans was among all those rappers all the time. Sometimes I feel like Faith. Yeah.
That's cool. And then in terms of like the other women in your space, your
Shakina, Fila La La, Lord Kids, you know, the list is Joda Horsey, P-Wool. I could go on. Michaela Jones, Chipego. Love me some Rolene. I love Rolene. Shout out Rolene. Yes, love the woman of R&B.
Oh, nice, man.
Ah, they're super dope, man.
Yeah. No, I was asking if
He's
you
asking
collab.
if you're gonna
yeah.
collab. Yeah.
Oh, who would I call? Yeah, okay.
I realized.
So
that
I do have a
question.
collab with Lord Cares on her EP Midsummer. We did that in 2021, I think. I would love to work with Shekinah. I would love to work with Fila. In fact, I feel like I want to do a tape with all the R&B girls.
Go.
Do it.
Please
Let's
do
go.
it.
I tweeted it the one time, and I don't know, maybe I'll take it seriously one day. But yeah, if the girls would be down, I'd be down to do a tape, with everybody. I think the South African R&B scene is so beautiful, and the women are really doing the most to keep it going. So yeah, if we could all come together and make a really fire tape.
Let's get that Brandy and Monica.
Like
boys, man.
minus the beef though, ish, because
The
you know
Paris
they,
mine.
just
DCN
just the
is
music.
main.
Yeah, this the Sienki is main.
Ukom
Yes.
Sienki, ukom.
Yes, you make him younger,
I'm
yo.
just trying to get shit to progress, man.
Yeah, Sienki's not.
Indot I am.
Yeah, in the damn.
Yeah. Yam Lendot. Pause.
Sana.
Yeah, I'm Lekian.
Yam Lendot.
Yam lekyan.
Sorry, that just went there.
No problem.
Tangent.
You know, when we're talking about like South African R&B, I always wonder like how profitable is it? Because I'll tell you why I ask. And coming off the collabs chat, a while ago there was a lady Tamasha.
Yes.
Remember, like, and she was on
Tamasha.
yeah, and she was on everyone's hook,
Yep.
and she was making like such quality R&B as well. But she just, I haven't heard anything about her in some time. So, how feasible and like, what's
The
the word?
longevity.
Yeah, the longevity of it. Like, how
finances
how
of
you
it.
finding it?
The finances of it, basically.
Well, both, like just as a career, because like it seems like, yo, there'll be like 2-3 years where like a female R&B artist is active and she's everywhere. And she's
just before you answer it feels very pivot prone.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
you
like
get
it
to
feels
learn
like an
it.
entry, and then you go somewhere else, like you know.
Okay, firstly, I'd like to give a big shout out to Tamasha.
Yeah.
And I hope she will grace us with her presence again.
Shout out to Masha.
Yes, and shout out to all the R&B women who came before us. Miss KB, I think of TK, I think of Monewa. Oh my gosh, you know, I think of Ayanda Gia actually has been a goat in R&B for so long. Like
Zonke?
Zonke, hell yeah. You know, when you go deeper into the
Zonke doing her
Afro
thing.
soul pocket, I'm even inspired by women like Lyra, you know. We could take it as back as we could, back to Miriam Makeba as a proud Xhosa woman, you know. And then on the question, I think it varies. I can only answer so much because I haven't gotten to the point where I want to be in my career, and I believe I will get there. But I think it varies, 1, according to the artist, 2, according to the team you're with, and 3, I also think it varies according to the vision and the integrity. I think the one thing that I see missing a lot, I'm not talking about anyone specific, please do not think I'm like outing you or shading you or anything. No. But yes, I think the one thing I see that's missing in music is in general now, and there's reasons why, you know, in a hyper digitized society, everything is digital, everything is so advanced, everything is AI tech. Nothing's pure anymore. So I feel like I see that loss of integrity and passion in the music. People rely on the engineer to make the songs feel good. They're not going to go on the song and be the reason the song feels good anymore. They're going to do like a take and be like, okay, yo, bro, just put my chain on and then, make sure it sounds good.
Put my chain on.
Type thing, you know. I see a lot of that in music. I don't know if people want to be students of their craft anymore. We're losing those type of artists, you know, the artists we all looked up to. I hear a lot of people talk about the artists they look up to as other artists, and I think, oh my baby, you're not working half as hard as that artist works in order to get there. This career takes so much of our time. I don't have a life. This is my life. Every free second I have, I'm probably using it to sleep. Type thing. If it's not a free
working, you're
second, it's
asleep.
music related, you know. If I'm not at my vocal coach lesson, I'd recently started learning piano. I'm probably going to be learning piano. If I'm not learning piano, I'm probably going to be sitting writing or reading or something. If I'm not writing or reading, I'm probably in a really long fashion fitting. If I'm not in a fashion fitting, I'm in studio. If I'm not in studio, I'm at an interview type thing. So it's like, I don't have the time to dilly-dally and think I'm the best at what I do. The stakes are frigging high for that. The minute I get comfortable with my talent alone, I failed. And I'm not speaking to other people, but I'm just speaking to something that I have seen. I think a lot of people get comfortable, just not in music alone, in art in general. A lot of people get comfortable with accepting their talent as the peak. They don't want to be a student of the craft. They don't want to allow someone else to teach them. They don't want to be wrong. And I get it. As artists, we have ego, we have pride. This is very what did Kanye say? I'm sensitive about my shit, like I'm an artist. But I think the longevity game comes with, are you willing to be a student of the game? If you look at Beyonce, that woman works hard. If you look at the greats like your Michaels, if you look, anyone who's a super big artist or a really good performer, because I also am very obsessed with performance, those people work so hard, you know, and it's outside of the rehearsals as well. Their diets revolve around their concerts. Their fitness plans revolve around their concerts. I need to be physically fit to do a 2-hour headline show, you know, with choreography and straight singing. In order for Beyonce to do that, it's not just talent.
Yeah.
It's freaking hard work. It's blood, sweat, and tears, like literal blood, sweat, and tears. And the bigger you get, the more blood, sweat, and tears you have to put in, because it's input versus output. That's what I think it really is. I think the longevity game is input versus output. You're going to have to put your whole frigging soul into this shit if you want to get something back.
Damn.
And it's also like, especially with the being a woman in the space.
Yes.
Like, it just, there's so much discipline that comes with that. Like, we can show up in a hoodie and like,
we're fine.
and we're good. You know what I'm saying? You guys, like, it goes from like your makeup, like the way, and even talking about the diet and everything, like your fitness and blah, blah, blah. And then another caveat that's on top of that is like, and I see it with a lot of like South African R&B artists.
Yeah.
A lot of South African R&B artists are singer-songwriters as compared to like a lot of Americans. They're singers, but like they have a team of writers.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, they'll show up to the studio and like, there'll be a song
reference
already
track.
penned. There's a reference track, you learn it. So like how much like all that, like, yo, the return on investment must be like,
It's crazy.
yeah.
I also think, I was actually thinking about this the other day and talking to someone about it. I was basically saying, you know, South African artists and as the industry in general, we can only beat ourselves up so much about where we're at.
Yep.
You are dealing against the dollar.
Yeah.
$1 is 18 rand.
Yeah.
€1 is 19 rand. £1 is 22 rand.
There's
The
no
game
pound for
was
pound.
not built for us to win. So we're obviously going to have to work harder. Those rooms are full of writers because they have the budgets to pay those writers. So you see, but it goes back to what I'm saying. You look at your environment and you work according to your environment. If your environment is not going to support you as much as another environment will support other artists, that means you need to work harder. You can't keep comparing yourself to, I can't compare myself to Ukeilani. Ukeilani has a team of people who have big budgets and she snaps her fingers and it's there.
Yo, the
Love
glow up is
Kehlani
real.
too.
Yo. Love Kehlani.
What do you mean glow up? She's been that beautiful since.
I mean, after the baby though, she went like,
They
Just
are,
me.
They
Anyway,
are my
go on.
dream partner. No lie.
told you.
Kehlani, baby. Kehlani, I hope you see this.
She's good.
Can
I
you
listened to her
come
for the first
pick
time.
up your clothes?
there you go.
Allah, Allah.
Talk to me.
There you go.
And fold it. Please. Love
And
them.
I judged her. I won't lie. Just while we were in Kilani, I just thought like she's a sing talk person. I saw the tattoos and I judged her.
Who?
You know their
Kehlani?
pronouns
Yeah.
are they.
And then this one Sunday,
It's
my
they,
now.
them, yeah.
She they now?
Yeah.
Or are they now?
They're they now.
Kelela. Yeah,
I used to watch their vlogs, so like I was always into them.
Oh, I didn't know. I
Yeah.
just knew her.
Anyway.
I just knew them.
It's okay, Chomi. It's okay.
Yeah.
Come pick up your pronouns.
Yeah. I just knew them as somebody who dated a rapper at some point.
Yeah, YG.
YG. Yeah.
YG 400.
Yeah, this one Sunday, my lady,
Honey.
my girl just started playing it in the morning, and then I was like, okay,
No, she's nice.
who is this?
Yeah,
I
she's
think it was
nice.
a live album or something, or
she's
something
nice.
like that. I was like, okay, they
Kehlani's
good.
nice.
Kehlani's
Kehlani's
so
nice.
good.
Even when Kehlani was here for, I think, the Daisies, I think.
It was,
the
I
year.
think it was
It was
Daisies, yeah.
Daisies. Yeah, people were there with like signs saying "Marry me, Kehlani." Like it was
Real.
really, really
Yeah.
crazy.
Asozanishade
Package,
kuzoshada
yeah.
mina.
Ala, hamba wena,
Bring you
Nanette.
back, call you Kehlani.
Yeah.
Andike inkomo yakhe imile phaya esibayeni.
Ala.
Inkomo zakhe phofu. Plural.
I also just want to give you another shout out. I think it's impressive how you knew the conversion rate top of the mind. That was dope.
I check it every day. Mtaseka kulzima.
Crazy.
Guys, we're trying to make
was
international
like,
currencies. I need to check every day. Because if someone
the
comes to me and
commitment
says,
is
yo,
lit.
I need a verse, I'll pay you in dollars. I'll be like,
Yeah.
$400. Actually, he knew. So the rand went down today. He knew.
Yeah.
Now, speaking about your, like, in terms of what Gizo was alluding to, in terms of R&B being like a nice entry point to a lot of vocalists, you know?
Yes.
And then they hit a lick in a certain genre and then they go. And you sort of kind of had an opportunity to basically do that because your Kelvin Momo collaborations, like, they go super up.
Thank you.
You know, they go like super up and people revere them a lot. Didn't that entice you also to be like, let me do the Mahu? What it do? Let's go.
Yeah, you could
know?
easily be at Afro Nation there.
So I had a lot of people in my head at the time after that saying I should fully transition piano.
Hectic.
You know, including some close friends. I remember one close friend who I shall not name. He said, and he's also in the industry. He was like, Chumaka, you're not gonna make it in R&B. That's just the truth. Like South Africa's not gonna, you know, grow for R&B anytime soon. You're a great artist, but the money is in the dance music. And I was like, you're right. Well, you're not right that I'm not gonna make it in R&B because I'm very stubborn. I will prove all of you wrong. But you're right in the sense that the money is in the dance music. But am I making music for the money? Like,
You are.
I am, yes. I want the career benefits.
Yeah.
But that's not why I'm making music. Because I think music really came as a destiny call for me. I've always told myself, I know I'm a very smart woman. If I need to drop land and get a job, I could easily do that. I could easily be capable in so many things. But I love this shit so much. Like we're in class.
No, I just wanna after you done. Yeah.
No problem. I love this shit so much that it's never really been about the money for me. And I do believe that I'm an international artist. I believe that there's a market out there that's willing to accept me.
100%.
You know, and I believe that one day South Africa will fully accept me. And I see it in the way my music has traveled the world. My R&B has traveled the world. I might not have traveled the world, but my music has, you know. Yeah. I meet different people from all parts of the world, and they tell me as soon as they see my name or they hear my name, they tell me about a song they like from Bad Weather, and I'm like, but you're Ukrainian. How are you listening to Bad Weather? You know, but music travels.
In the middle of the war. How are you?
I am saving them with my music.
Come on.
Talk to him.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
But yes, you know what? I think zawuphumelela wethu, and that's why I'm so hell-bent on breaking all the boundaries, because I think I don't want to use the formula. The formula works for other people. But what happens when I want to stop using the formula? Now I'm stuck in that box that people told me I must jump in. That was my main concern. My concern was, if I pivot to piano now, I will never be able to do anything else. Or it will be but it will be so much harder for people to accept me as a different artist.
Without being all about piano, you know.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with pivoting if you're about it. You know what I mean?
But if you're not all about it.
Yeah.
But
when it's contrived, it's not the one.
Yeah. I'm not. I hope it doesn't come out as defending your friend in anything, because I think it's possible for you to make it. You have the talent and the know-how. But my thing about this thing of like, I just wanted to ask, what do you love more, the genre or singing? Because I think singing, you can sing in anywhere and everywhere. So I think whether it's like piano, whatever, it shouldn't matter. That's if like singing reigns supreme to you, you know?
I love singing, but I do love the genre. I'm not going to act like I don't love the genre. I come from a very strong Christian religious family on my mom's side. So I was raised in the church, sang in the church from a very young age. So I've always been very connected to soul. But that's why it is easy for me to genre bend and do the other vibes. And that's why it's not that hard for me to jump on dance or piano or anything like that. Because at the end of the day, yes, I am still singing, but it needs to somewhat still connect to the soul for me. Like, I think, I don't know, I want my music to feel like, you know, that Sunday plate your mother cooks you, 7 colors. Yes, that's how I base it. Like, no matter what genre it is, if I hear the beat and it doesn't make me feel like ngidla iplate Sunday, cause I probably won't jump on.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
But
I
I
get
think
you
it's a
about
bit of
the
both.
connection. There needs to be a connection, definitely.
Yeah.
But what essentially what I was saying, just like singing is like it's another challenge. Is it like learning another key or another chord, like whatever?
In different genres.
Yeah, another note, like like that. Like when you have to jump on a piano, it's definitely like I think the tempo is different. There's a
Yes.
different way you have to sing, and
And
I
write
think
as well, yeah.
if I was a singer, I'd love those what do you mean side quests? Like, oh shit, this one is challenging. Let's hear. Okay, my professor, he put me in this pocket. Okay, cool. Let's go. Challenge me. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think it has to be. I don't want to say vilified, like in
Yeah.
a sense, like
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Definitely,
Like
yeah.
if you're about it, like it's one
go in
thing.
there, tap in, catch your leg, get back. You know.
But with the answer that she gave, like when it's about feeling, that changes a lot.
Feeling
that changes a lot.
And I'm picky, shame. I
Yeah.
won't lie. I think I struggle to articulate it to other artists. I'm very picky. So there's a lot of people who've been trying to get me in studio, but it's like I'm too picky to get in the studio and not be in control.
I'm not feeling this.
Yeah. And I'm also like I don't like being mean to people. Like I know it's not mean if I say ish and you feel it or, but to me it's gonna be like I don't want to
Yeah,
tell
it
a
sounds like
producer.
you're like-
Yeah, some artists don't get sensitive. So it would rather be a thing of if I can't have my producer there or if I can't have like a sort of understanding of what we're making, it's very
Or a
hard for
sense of
me to
control.
yeah. But I think within the dance and amapiano scene, the people who really understand me, like I can sit in a room with them and we're gonna make hits for days, Sticks and Nacho. Beyond being my friends, like they really understand who I am as a musician outside of piano. Like they understand that soul and the feeling thing and the element of coming from church. So even when I make music with them that's not necessarily R&B, and I do make R&B with them as well, but when I make R&B with them, it feels, piano, with them, it feels so natural because it's like, yo, I could take this and still, play it for my soul. But I also don't ever want to feel like umculo wam sounds the same. That's another reason why I didn't want to fully focus on piano. I didn't want to get to a point where I'll have a beautiful sound, but now everything sounds like Fool Me. Or everything sounds like Imvula. So I always told myself, it's not like I'm gonna.
easy to fall in that trap.
It's very easy.
Especially when with dance.
It's not like I'm gonna drop piano altogether or forever. There's still gonna be trickles of piano in the music, but now it's about finding the sound and how we play with the sound and making sure everything is original.
Yeah, how we evolve it.
How we evolve it. So yes, all in all, I love piano, guys. You will be getting more piano music from me. And yes, fun fact. The first track on my upcoming album is an R&B track, but it is produced by Sticks and Nacho. Or Nacho and Reed, not Sticks and Nacho, Nacho and Reed, yes. So yes, shout out Nacho one time. Oh, I'm just gonna bless my friends. Hey, I have talented friends. Yes. Yes.
Dope, man. Yeah, that's
Fire, man.
Yeah.
So now, when you frame yourself as like when you say like, yo, I'm an international artist, what are the steps that you take to achieve that sort of plight? Like how do you actively, intentionally target that? Because I know some people hit a lick where it happens where somebody picks up your song and then they put it on BBC and one of the radio stations. And I think one of yours was like on, is it OVO or?
Yeah, it was Fool Me on OVO radio. Yeah,
on OVO radio as well. So, but then how do you make a concerted effort to say, I'm really going to hit the international market? What are the steps that you take to achieve that?
I think the first thing is quality control. I really try to make sure that I focus heavily on how the music sounds, especially within like mixing and mastering. And even through my journey of music, I'm not obviously qualified to be an engineer, but because I was so invested in the quality of the sound of the music, I taught myself how to record myself and engineer my own vocals and understand plugins and all of that stuff, which I'm still learning. I wouldn't say I'm a maestro, but I know the basics type thing. So it starts with the quality of sound, firstly. I know there's something Lee, who's my executive producer and my, when it comes to my music, Lee's just there. If anyone knows my career, Lee Global's there. So yes, he also is my main mixing engineer. There's something he does when he mixes. He will mix the song and then he'll stop and he'll open like a current trending song or like someone who's mixing we respect. So
Cross-reference.
yeah, like a cross-reference. So we always cross-reference with Travis's tracks because Travis's mixes are always crisp, And Travis is one of those artists who've managed to develop their sound, like their sonic sound, excellently.
that's
Travis
Mike-
Scott
Mike
will
Dean.
never, Mike Dean. Travis Scott will never sound different on a song. He will sound like Travis Scott, but that's because Mike Dean is making sure Travis Scott sounds like Travis Scott on that song. So I've been very strict about that. I'm very strict about the sound. It's also been a bit tricky doing collabs because of that, because it's like you'll do a collab with someone and your standard of music is where you want it to be because your team is the one mixing it, but they'll mix it how they see fit, and then they'll have a problem with your team being the one mixing it. But it's like, but you see now, I'm not going to like the song we did because you're not making me sound like Nanette. Nanette has a signature sound. That signature sound needs to be preserved throughout all of the songs. Yeah, you might be great. I'm not disputing that you're great, but you're not making me sound like Nanette. So for me, the most important thing is to control the sound, the quality of the sound throughout, and to control the quality of the vocals throughout. And, you know, I need to sound like the same person on every song. You know, there's a specific signature sound. My tone is like very warm. If you listen to how I talk, I've got a bit of a deep voice, especially like
It's a Xhosa,
yeah. But yes, so when I sing, I love to bring out that warm tone in the voice.
That year way too.
Yeah, but yes, I think it's about attention to detail. It's about attention to detail for real. And I'm a bit of a perfectionist to the point where sometimes it gets annoying. Like, I'm not really like fussy about other things that don't involve the music, you know, like the clothes and all that stuff. That's where the stylist and everyone can fuss about it, because I'm really just a chill person, man. But when it comes to the music, I'm like a frustrating level of fussy, because it's like everyone could love something and then I'll come in the room and I'll say, yeah, but 2 minutes, 20 seconds, it doesn't sound like it should sound. And now it's like, everyone said they liked it though. Well, I don't.
Gotta fix that.
But yeah, attention to detail and making sure that the quality of the music also matches the quality of the songs that are out there. Yeah.
Oh man, fire.
That's dope.
New album on the way.
But other than other than that, because that comes like we're talking about like just the production of the product, but like how are you marketing the product and like moving it to international places? How is that? Like, is there intention there, or does it happen as in like it's like God sends you a shout out, OVO picks up your song, you don't know how it got there, but you know?
With the OVO one, that genuinely was God, shame I won't lie. When I saw that, I was like, even Calvin was like, oh, okay, cool, nice, type thing. But I think it's a mix of both. It's a mix of, you know, time, patience, luck, whatever you want to call it, faith. And it's a mix of intentional marketing. That my team would probably be able to answer better when it comes to the marketing and all of that. But we're always aiming to make content that will reach all types of audiences. We're always aiming to make content that is just good content that anybody anywhere in the world can enjoy. So yeah, that's, I think, the intentionality in the marketing, and also just specific, like it even goes down to playlist, like your playlisting. What playlists are you in? That's very demographic based, whether people believe it or not. You know, certain playlists are very heavy in America. So if you're getting playlisted on there, you're probably going to have a heavy American presence in your listening. So this game is really just wadala. Like what's that thing we used to play?
Diket.
Yes. Yeah, just probability waiting. Sometimes you'll get all the rocks out. Sometimes you'll get 0 rocks out. When I just toss and just toss
But
and
you have
enjoy.
to play.
Just toss and continue. You have to play.
But in terms of OVO, I know Oliver, he's quite tapped into South Africa.
What flags are?
What's he? First name basis. I mean, Oliver.
We all
I
know
know
Oliver,
Oliver.
guys.
I mina ngimazi Oliver.
Oliver Khatib. Oh, okay.
Ngazi
Yeah, but
Oliver Stewart mina kula movie Stuart Little.
no, Oliver is the one.
But they
who-
are tapped into South African sound.
Oliver was the one who was doing OVO radio. So
Shout out Oliver.
Drake's long-term partner,
Yeah.
Okay,
business
fire.
partner. So he's quite tapped in.
You
Even
mean
listening
40?
No, not 40.
Yabo angibazi ngempela.
But he's tapped in. Lena, he's put me onto other South African songs that I didn't know just from listening to that show. So he's
Aye, they
heavily
found
tapped
us.
in.
But they
fully
really
found us.
like South African music.
do,
That's
they
like-
do.
especially the R&B. They say like South Africa writes like old like American R&B.
Yeah.
And our vocalists sing.
Sing.
Yeah.
Because the US
They must have heard me.
Deaf.
Even at the I remember I did that show once upon a time, and it was Sasha Keeble and Goldlink, and I actually met Goldlink at the show, and afterwards his manager came up to me and was like, "Yo, you sounded so dope!" Like, and I went over time during the sets. Shame it was I didn't plan to, but yeah. I couldn't hear anything on stage. It was such a mess. So like I just had to figure it out. But he was like, once upon a time, but got the show done. It was really beautiful. And what was crazy is even though I couldn't hear anything on stage, when I looked back at the videos, it sounded amazing. Like we sounded amazing. But on stage, I was looking at the engineer ready to throw the frigging piano at someone. Like, I can't hear. Where the fuck is my backtrack? Type thing. But he came back and he was like, oh, you did so good, bro. Like, your music is so amazing. And then he also manages this other really dope R&B artist from America. His name is Elhae, Elhae. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm going to play your music for Elhae. Elhae thinks your music is so dope. And I was like, hey, you know, if I'm getting validation from these people outside of the country, I really can't listen to the ears telling me I can't do it. It's really just it's a game of perseverance, patience, and consistency.
Yep.
And blessings.
Yep. Those are 4 very important
Man,
beats,
it
man.
sounds exciting, and I know there's a single.
Yes.
I forgot the name. I like
Abazali.
Abazali. I like the sample. It reminded me of.
What sample?
It's not a sample. Like there's a sound in there that reminded me of. Do 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 do.
Yeah.
do.
I've been
There's
watching.
Definitely
I'm
was
sorry
not
for calling
a
it
sample,
yeah.
nor was it an interpolation for publishing
I think
purposes.
it's the instrument.
We
Yeah, it's the
played-
instrument.
The
I think
instrument
We
sound.
played that
instrument.
originally.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that.
God sticks
They're
there, don't
terrified.
come for
Shout
it.
out.
You're gonna
I
burn
see.
out.
You almost fucked up your check. Then.
Oh,
my
my
bad.
love.
My bad, sis. My bad.
Definitely not an interpolation or a sample, but we did want we wanted a song that would take South Africans back to that era.
It does sound authentically
I wanted
that
to
era.
make
Very
such a
homely.
nostalgic song. Yeah, I wanted to make such a nostalgic song. And when Chrysler started playing those chords for Abazali, I was like, oh, we've got it.
Yeah, that one is a several colors kind of.
That is a 7 colors kind of feel, yes. So that is the song that triggered Umtu to say, why are you singing in Xhosa? Because babe, I do it wow. Like, but yeah, Abazali, really exciting track. I
Because
can't
you
wait
know
for
what?
it to be
It's so
out.
nice, but they're fighting themselves from liking it. Like, how dare you? This is
Why
so
would you do
nice,
this?
but why
so
would you-
good.
It's
Why?
so good. Yeah.
Why
I'm sure
you
there's a hater sitting at home thinking, fuck, it's been 5 years and not one miss. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. The miss is not going to come, unfortunately. But yeah,
No misses.
Amazing.
no misses, yes.
We look forward to those bullseye
Thank
targets.
you,
Hitting the
yes.
target on the bullseye. But yeah, man, it sounds good.
Yeah,
Thank
there's another one I'm also
Single.
enjoying. The
We love the features as well.
Yeah.
With the
there's a dancehall joint. There's like
dancehall
dancehall
joint.
Move with me.
Yeah.
Move with me. Just move. Thank
Nah,
you. I
that-
think she's going to get her recognition one day.
That one
She's
is
going to be a
like-
slow burner and one day she's going to boom. I know.
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
a bop.
I can hear that on a DJ Radic set, man.
Yeah,
Right?
Waist it up.
Yeah.
Period.
But we're here
Yes.
for it, yo. We're here for the album.
definitely.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you. Abazali's out on the 14th of August, which is very soon, guys. Very, very soon.
You can say in 2 days. Because
Yeah,
this,
we
That's in
drop
2
on Wednesday,
days.
so
Yeah.
on Friday.
this comes out on Wednesday, so on
Friday.
Perfect.
Abazali in 2 days.
Abazali in 2 days.
Come on now.
Yes.
You hear them vocals? You gotta live 2 lifetimes, man.
Yeah.
No, thank you for coming through, yo. Like,
Thank
really
you so much
appreciate
for
it,
having me.
And thank you for, just also the education on certain things. It's really, really dope and really appreciated. And good luck, man.
Thank you, guys.
Beautiful
All of these things.
breath of fresh air as well.
Thank you. I enjoyed this so much.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
If you need a 4th host, ngikhona ke.
Yeah, kamnandi ke.
But yo, your lifestyle doesn't sound like the space for this.
Hey.
We don't have the
Like,
budget
yo,
for the.
yeah.
What do
You're
you
moving, you're
mean
going to
now?
studio, you're doing
everywhere.
this, yo.
Studio, come on.
You still
Make
need to
time.
sleep. You
You
still
know
need to
what?
sleep.
Make
Let's
time,
put
we'll
it this
squeeze
way.
it in.
If you can fit us in.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, per.
Yeah.
Or maybe like we do a once, like every 4 episode cycle. I'll come on like the last episode and we do like a special R&B hip hop.
Yeah, I was about to say your R&B correspondent.
Yeah, like an R&B
fire.
hip hop vibe. Yeah.
Fire.
Because we talk a lot about like, so you just
Hey, guys,
update us.
after this, please.
Come
Like,
on.
R&B, this is what's happening.
Yes.
Tando Zite or things like that, you know.
Shout out Tando Zide. Oh,
Yeah.
excellent performer.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Come on, man.
Thank you very much.
Come on.
Much thanks. Hit him with it.
With that
Yes.
said, shout out to my moms.
Oh.
We out.